Let's talk about reckless driving here in Florida. It is a crime and it is a misdemeanor. You get handcuffed, you go to jail, you can do time on something like this. If somebody is seriously injured, it gets upgraded to a felony. Now, the question is, we've seen a lot of people drive erratically, and why is some driving, reckless driving, the crime? Why is other driving careless driving? Because we also have a statute on the books that says if you drive carelessly, that is a citation. It's like a civil case. If you drive recklessly, that's a criminal case. Now, back in 1934, Florida Supreme Court threw up their hands on reckless driving and said it's such a vague crime. The officers involved need to specify what conduct was actually reckless. What I can tell you is that think of reckless driving, the crime, as an intentional act. You willfully did something that endangered the safety of property or people. If you willfully endanger the safety of property and people, you've got yourself the crime of reckless driving. That's not the case in careless driving. If you get a citation for careless driving, what you find is that careless driving is unintentional. It's like a lapse of judgment. Maybe you weren't paying close attention and you didn't take the turn right or correctly, and then bam, you've got yourself a careless driving. Now, I will tell you there's lots of cases on this, but if you look at the Smith v. State case, it's a second DCA case from 2017. I say that because there's a zillion Smith cases in Florida. But this guy crossed over several lanes, hopped onto the sidewalk, and hit a cyclist, causing serious injury, and got the felony of reckless driving. In other words, reckless driving gets upgraded when you seriously injure somebody. So he was convicted of felony reckless driving for this. But what the appellate court did was they kicked it out. They overturned the Smith's conviction because they said, look, you have a situation where this guy did not intend to do any of this. And because it wasn't willful, he didn't willfully go onto the sidewalk and hit somebody. And because of that, we have ourselves not the crime of reckless driving in the Smith case. So there is a difference. Think of the intention. Think of that sort of thing if you're really going to get to reckless.